You ready?
Yep.
Okay, Dan. 3, 2, 1, go.
I've never speed run to the loading screen, so.
No one.
His record is gonna be awful now.
Alright,
Okay.
guys, this is Crash Twinsanity, played by DRsynj.
Okay,
After
first,
an amazingly interesting introduction of the game.
we're
Yeah,
gonna
right.
get a
Some
little used
technical
to.
issues which should be solved now.
Get right in.
Cortex,
Holy shit, he
yeah.
can slide.
You can do that in basically every Crash Bandicoot game.
I don't-
From what I know, except for one.
Come on, follow
I
me,
think you
Crash.
can.
Stay close and do what I do.
So every Crash game really has a faster method of movement, whether that's slide spinning, so you slide and then do a spin, or slide jumping, or whatever. This game has a slide jump, and it's really rigid. So I can move the control stick about as I'm doing it, but okay, forget that happened. So I've got to kind of commit to the slide, and that's a whole meta routing going on there. But on top of that,
Easy.
executing
Oh, too easy.
a slide jump, if I get close to the edge of a platform, damn it, I'm gonna die. No, it's okay. She has a hitbox. I'm sorry, he has a hitbox. So I don't have Aku right now, so it would have killed me. So yeah, going close to an edge after slide jumping, it nets me a super jump, meaning I can travel across gaps I wouldn't normally be able to travel across. It's a glitch,
Are you?
and
It's true. Blondes
it's
do
kind
have
of
more
trouble
fun.
to do, just because if you don't get it, then you fall off, and it might mean dying. So I'm going to sequence break the worm there. So here's a first real case of long jumping, not that, this bit. So slide, oh, okay, never mind. Okay, slide jump, and then, see, that gets you across, skipping the nitro. Okay.
I'm okay. The spikes broke my fall.
It's a sort of entertaining tutorial, but
Yeah, you! I've been doing this
Yeah,
for
this is the
10
problem.
stinking
Speedrunners don't
years.
need tutorials.
Back and forward,
Every
back
game that
and
has a
forward,
tutorial,
and
you sort of hate it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna do it no more!
Ah, okay. Okay, so you can hear the checkpoint went off. Killing myself spawns me in here, and it skips like a 30-second cutscene. Okay.
Alright, we have 2 new donations that have come in. First, Magnus Jacobson. Do the bat damage boost for me, Dylan. And Pink W split, please. That was $8. Thank you very much. Marcus Lindberg says, thanks for the awesome marathon. I vote for Penumbra Black Plague. Amount $5. Thank you very much.
Mega Bandicoot.
He got away. If you keep the screen low enough, it won't load Cortex's spinning sequence, and the Mecha Bandicoot will jump on top of him, kill him, and some strange things happen, but never mind. This is pretty strange enough.
that boss has some amazing hitboxes.
Okay. In the last phase of his attack pattern, he gets slower and slower every charging the blast. So using that, jumping out and storing the plasma blasts, it just means you don't have to go through the sequence of him charging it.
So, for those of you just tuning in, this is the European Speedsters Assembly, hosted by Ludendi in Sweden. And we are raising money for Hand in Hand, a charity organization which is a member of a group of independent organizations working toward a shared vision to eliminate poverty through income generation and job creation.
And speedrunning.
And speedrunning. Currently now playing is Crash Twinsanity. The runner is DRsynj. Estimated time of 1 hour and 20 minutes.
So given that we just started, you will pretty much see an interesting run from the very beginning.
This game is interesting to say the least.
It is. It's also incredibly broken. From what I haven't played the game myself, but from
This
what
is
I heard,
really hard to
from what I've
control
seen.
if you haven't already noticed.
I've always liked the mask in the Crash games, the bong bong guy, whatever it is. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, go. Good. It doesn't save any time because you have to wait for the platform to come down anyway, but it's still pretty cool. Okay, I'm just gonna wait here because the rocks can just come down onto you. Okay. There we go.
There was a lot of manly grunting and stuff.
Well. A power crystal.
Yay, we're playing Final Fantasy!
When I was considering doing attempts for this run, I sat through the cutscenes so many times, obviously. I thought of making a sort of photo book of of all of Cortex's disparity in the cutscenes. Can you? Okay. These guys are trouble, by the way. Their swords have a hitbox all the time, and you have lots of recovery on things like body
Yes,
slamming.
The crystal is mine. Keep back, you weak-minded fool. Avert your gaze, or you'll go crystal crazy.
I understand nothing of this game. Why does Crash even want
Throw me
the
over there.
gem?
Trust me. We're pals, right?
I don't know why this happens. Okay, now Cortex is down there for some reason. Yeah. That's how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to just walk into the cutscene, but the game's just broken. Often. Okay. I used to have a route which had extra damage boosts in, so in my attempts, I would be really careful about getting hit, and it would be a reset if I did get hit, and I'd have to save my Aku for 10 minutes or so. But now I've found a way around that strat, so if I get hit, it's no problem. Oh. Okay, no worries, Cortex, just... Can you... Okay. Also, Cypress, you were right. You can do this with just one thing. Okay. Doesn't save any time, but I love it. Okay. Okay, so we're now coming up to the first sort of major sequence break in a run. There are 3 or so very simple sequence breaks that skip entire areas, which means like upwards of 10 minutes of save time. And this is a PAL version, so I'm going to do it like this. If anyone's playing NTSC, there will be a different tree you can use. Okay, great. To get up here. I use the camera in that way just because it's easier for me to see. I was considering showing you the wall just to show how high I am jumping up, but it was too much. Okay, great. That was a boss fight I just skipped. he has a hitbox still, but I can't see I've got Aku, so I don't want to risk jumping into him to show you. So yeah, that's Twinsanity Island. The what? Yeah, that's right. So the things like when I'm trying to do that big wall sequence break, if I miss it and fall down, then I would have to suffer like a huge falling animation. But by spinning on the way down, it cancels that, and it's just sort of a useful thing for when things go wrong most of the time.
Before you rise a cathedral of diabolical genius. Scary, but in the wrong hands, this iceberg lair could do much goodness in the world. Of course, only I have the key. Observe. Follow me. I know another way.
Hey, another way. Also, the bats in this game, they ignore loading areas. They just come from you. So you can't just idle in an area. They will find you. Yeah, now okay, so these gears have invisible centers to them. So I guess it's just to stop you falling through. But I can use them to be high enough to get onto these, which sequence breaks the whole area. Also, if I bring the camera up, oh god, never mind. It stops the animation of it moving around, so it's useful to just see where I am. Okay. Oh, no, I want that checkpoint. Okay. 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 There's a really thin area just to get around the nitro.
What have I got?
Okay. Okay, time for the hardest skip in the run. Yeah, I'm doing it.
The check bounced. Are you sure? Well, the past few years have kind of been slow. Wrath of Cortex didn't do as well as we'd hoped, and... Fish?
Okay. If you didn't know, Wrath of Cortex was the previous game in the Crash franchise. Crash 4, I think. Okay, so that's long jump. Don't attack the... Okay, good. So I want this bat. Ah, okay. Okay, good. That looks better. No, damn it. I'll hold off explaining it until I get it. It might make more sense. Don't get off him. Okay. Okay, I can't see him. Where is... Okay. Okay, that's really good. Oh, he's gone, never mind. So there is a insta-death around that platform, around the left. Where I jumped is pretty much the only place up there which doesn't have insta-death. Which is convenient because there are bats there, which swoop and then rise up towards you if you're on top of them. And I can jump up there. If I time it correctly, time the throwing cortex correctly, then he'll spawn up at the top with me. If I time it wrong, he spawns down below. I've got to run all the way around to the checkpoint at the top, die, and then it respawns cortex. So that was really good. I didn't get it first time, but you got to see it.
Mighty Uka Uka!
Who has released me from my icy tomb? Mine. Can it be? Crash and Cortex? I don't know whether to kiss you or kill you.
This boss is actually kind of tricky because it's not just the point that his AI is random, it's because he can moonwalk across the middle and you don't see it coming. Okay, just sort of like that. And this looks very weird. Okay. If you get hit as it goes into this cutscene, it'll spawn you right at the bottom of the chasm, and there's nothing you can do.
I shall return.
Wait.
Yeah, all of them are unskippable. The ones with pre-rendered, you can skip.
Divided, we are but two magical
I guess I'll
masks.
show you.
Join me, and together we shall defeat this evil infestation.
I like a challenge. I accept. This should be fun.
The Aku Uka brothers, together again.
Okay, so time for the shortest death skip in the game. It just spawns me literally a second. Oops, okay. So let's get this right. Okay, good. Okay, so just the depth perception and the jumping in this game is very weird. It might like not look it as I do it, but play it for yourself and it's a nightmare. So this is why when I come to small platforms like that and this, it's kind of hard. Okay, so here's the cutscene skip. So that's pre-rendered, and then just press X to skip it. Okay.
Give it to me!
Okay, nice. That skips about 10 minutes of mostly cutscenes. It's useful. Okay. Okay. He's also invincible most of the time.
There! To the sea, I tell you! Our salvation floats upon the briny blue! We must reach Engine's battleship, and quickly before it sets sail! But how? Think, Cortex, think!
Yeah, Cortex isn't supposed to be here. That's why. Yeah, not in this. You're not supposed to have Cortex with you, so that's why it looks so weird. Oh, oops. If you hold down circle during this, you can speed up, but it limits your kind of movement considerably, so your movement is already terrible. So it might not look tricky, but it is pretty bad. Okay. Favorite song in the game. Yeah, you can. There, I haven't done it before because obviously, like, why would you? But it's tricky. The platform is like more left than you see. Sorry, right.
Coming through! Ladies? Excuse me, madam. Are those real? Mother?
Okay. They just roll forward a bit, and if you're not holding circle, then it can sometimes catch up to you. Also, I don't know why that slide sound is glitched in the back. That's really annoying. Okay.
I've never been so humiliated.
We're still playing the slide sound.
No amount of treasure could ever begin to compensate.
Treasure, eh? Bonza.
just leave him there. Okay. The loading in this game is terrible. There are no loading screens, but there probably should be loading screens. They just designed the levels badly. That's the sequence break. Okay. Just pressed X a little too late. Oops, no. Okay. Here's another place where the long jump is pretty useful, so I can buffer it across there, and then there you go. Without the long jump, you can't get across that. It's okay. Sorry, these missiles have just been nightmare for me in the past. They're so glitchy. Come on, okay. What? No, like, what? Okay. The supports can actually hit you. I can't remember if they're one hit kill because I couldn't do it. So it's kind of hard to get close. I don't know. It's just how it is.
Yummy fresh meat for my pot.
Yeah, that is pretty much it. Okay, I get asked this a lot, so I'll just say it. No, I have not remembered all of this. It might be convenient to learn it so I know where to slide dash, slide jump, but I probably need to spend more time in it. I know what to do when it comes up at the bottom of the screen, but and when it's safe to slide jump probably. But yeah, I'll work on it. pretty sure there's supposed to be dialogue there, but I don't know.
rats are leaving
Maybe
the
I've-
sinking ship.
Something's happened.
Tell us where the treasure is, and we'll let you go. Silence! Looks like we'll have to wring it out of him. Embryo, get changed.
No, okay, sorry. Okay, that's more like it.
Come along.
The what the fuck? Yeah, it can. I've been hit by his shield in the past. I don't know if it should hit me, but there are so many things you can't know with this game. No! Okay. Never mind. Okay. Go.
You monster! Let my brother go!
My crystals!
So apparently she got her clothes back.
Ruined, thanks to Perky here. Must be repaired, and only one person can help. My niece, Nina Cortex. Isn't she delightful? Obviously, I've made a few modifications here and there. Quickly, to my private dirigible. Set a course for Madame Amberley's Academy of Evil. Come along!
Can I go? Donation here. We want to make a reminder of the Penumbra versus Super Mario Kart donations. At the current time, Penumbra is leading 15-5. And please make a donation for the game you want to be run next. Thank you.
I thought I had it, but never mind. Okay, that's more like it. Excuse me. Pardon? No, neither. I guess this is just teaching you that you can use Cortex. I suppose. So yeah, this game is bad at loading. Yeah, you're a little quiet, so thanks. Okay. So straight into the academy, people. And this. Oh, okay. Sorry. There's a very thin platform there. There are probably like 4 other ways of doing this, but this has been my favorite. Camera. Okay. Okay. All right. What? Where am I? Okay. I landed on top of the locker. Okay, so that skips Boiler Room Doom and the Dingo Dio boss fight. So that will be the second, I guess, major skip. Okay. Okay, no, screw it up. No. I'll try to do it right the next 2 times. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's how you're supposed to. What camera? There we go. That's how you're supposed to do it. I probably could have got another slide in there, but. Don't be down about me dying. It just happens in the run. There's yeah. Okay, let's see if I can get this right. Yeah. I won't say their nickname, but it's trouble. Okay. I always find it funny how if you go up the wrong side, it nets you a extra life. It rewards you with an extra life. But if you do it here, it just gives you a slick of acid. Okay, nice. Okay, good. Okay, good. That was good. Okay, good, okay. What was that, Cypress? I think you can. Me too, Cortex, so that's why you can see I'm getting prompts for Cortex's actions. The fastest way to get through this is to just slide across the top out of bounds. Oh, donations, okay.
Yeah, we got 3 new donations. $10 from Janni Rutsulainen and $7 from Martin Roodmarker. No comments. And we have $1 for Penumbra from Fan Nguyen. Thank you very much. And then it's $16 to $5 for the Penumbra versus Super Mario Kart Nation Wars. Thank you.
There are also sort of horrible invisible ledges on the floor, which kind of stop me as I'm sliding. Okay. Was that... Okay, there we go. I thought I counted 16. Camera. No! No, I didn't need it, it's just... How many lives do I have? 8, okay. As in time? I don't know, I'd guess it would gain me 3 minutes? I don't know. I haven't really compared to doing this against the Cortex route. Okay, good. Okay. Yes, Cortex is supposed to be here.
Is it a trigger thing or yes,
It's a trigger thing, so okay. To skip Cortex, I went out of bounds, and there's a trigger that extends out of the area just by a little bit, and if I jump over it, it's I can just proceed as Crash.
My airship! Without it, we're stranded! Tie it to something secure, I said! Hurry, Nina, or you'll miss the bus!
The Nina the Nina section is more or less just do it right, go fast. There are no really demanding sequence break. It's just survive the rats. The rats are trouble. Okay, good. The problem I have with the rats is that they have they don't track you, they have random AI, and they're pretty fast, fairly big, so you can't predict where they're going to be, especially when you're landing on top of them from a zip line. I don't think the bell can kill me. I guess it can push me. Okay. Okay, this is the only real skip in this section. Sorry? Yeah, so normally you have to spin the gargoyle and it'll give you a zip line to get across, but if you just jump across it, unlocks the checkpoint and then you just respawn there. Okay. I hate rats.
Because of a slight problem with the comments, we have missed that some of the donations was to Mario Kart. So actually at the current moment, Mario Kart is leading with $22 to $21. So please, if you want your game to be made, please make your donations now.
Please. Yeah, that's. Also, the reason I died there after the zip line put me back a little bit was because at the zip lines, if you're holding a direction or you tap a direction, it throws you in horrible directions. So usually I try to release from the controller, but I guess I just forgot. Also, that doesn't give you invincibility from Nitro. you still die all the same. There's no point. I love Cortex's idle animations.
Through the airship, quickly! What have I got?
You are in detention.
Madam Emily.
So, crybaby Cortex is all grown up. I see you found employment as a barber.
I'm an evil scientist.
A scientist, Aubrey. To me, you'll always be a little verb.
Okay. No, that's the headmistress. Go! Okay.
We want to thank again Tan Nguyen for donating another $3 for Penumbra and Christopher May for donating another $15 for Penumbra. Don't confuse me while I'm doing this. Anyway, Penumbra is now in the lead by 39 to 22, if I'm not mistaken.
It's alright. More Metroid doors.
How many shots do you have? 99, 11, 44. Okay.
Yeah.
19, 98.
Yeah. Also, I love how Crash kind of moves around, shuffles around when I press the direction here. Can someone tell me my current time? Okay, cool. I try not to skip cutscenes too early because it messes up the loading and sometimes I just fall outside of levels.
Come now, as we explore a new dimension! It should have been 2 new dimensions, but we ran out of time. Your fur is so soft and warm. Evil Crash! No!
Take the women and run!
Two new donations that have come in. Martin Skillingshage has donated $10 towards Mario Kart, bringing this to $32 versus $39 for Penumbra. Ville Ollikainen has also donated $15. Kiitos.
My daughter, niece! We must do something! Think, Cortex, think!
What is he looking at? What is he thinking?
That's pretty much how the first cutscene should have worked, if I hadn't broken it.
Wait, you're surfing on the vortex. This stage is...
Yeah. Yeah, they literally just coloured it red.
That's
Well, it's...
That's like some
This dimension is also pretty half-assed, so. Just put it into the canon of the game, and it doesn't matter. Okay. Now I'm ahead for a little while. Okay. Okay. Oh, that was horrible.
Come along.
I would try to win, but ultimately that would waste time.
What's your best for starting this thing?
I can't remember. I don't use splits for this run. Okay, because I just don't have the concentration to. I just find it distracting. The only kind of number I have in my mind is I should be getting to Nina at about 44 minutes. But that's gone, so. Okay. So, the final major skip.
Quick reminder, guys, you have about 10 to 15 minutes left to donate for the Penumbra and Mario Kart donation war. Currently it's 39 for Penumbra and 32 for Mario Kart.
Okay, no. Great. Okay, so that skips a whole area again.
Also, this game is totally not broken.
Okay. Oh yeah, so this is supposed to be the open world crash game, where you can sort of access areas again after you've done them through sort of whole world, and they're all connected by kind of these tunnels, which is what I just went through. Sorry, platforms. Too much for me.
So got a new comment in from Johan Larson. So this is for Penumbra. He's donated $10 for that one, which brings the total 49.32. Penumbra is winning 49.32. However, we are reaching near the end of the game, so still plenty of time, plenty of possibilities for Mario Kart to make it back. Just a quick reminder, we're raising this money for Hand in Hand, who are a member of a group of independent organisations working towards a shared vision to eliminate poverty through income generation and job creation. So a really great cause that you guys are donating for. So for all you guys who have donated so far, thanks very much, and for those who haven't, get in there. Lastly, if you have donated and we've missed your comment, then you need to tell us in some way. So post in the Twitch chat or redonate 1 cent or something, just so that we've got another chance to see it. Cheers.
Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. It would have to load the red for me to get across anyway. Okay. Go! Please? Okay. I just heard someone die in the background. Please. Ah. Okay. Those skips suck because they would be great if you got them first try, but okay, there you go. No, it's not close enough to use a crate. Okay. Ooh, that was weird. He just walked off the edge. they do that sometimes. The guy on the side just spinning around. Okay. Okay, nice. Come on! Okay. Yeah, trying to sequence break these platforms is kind of awkward. Okay, just about. What I can do here is just drop down on the right and get this one in quickly, but if I see one of the ants is next to where I put throwing this up, I don't want to risk it. It kind of glitches the ball out. Please. Got it. Okay.
I almost forgot. The treasure.
Our treasure.
Yes, we are rich!
That treasure is stolen property.
It's a little late to develop a conscience, Doctor.
Personally, I don't care. But I think he might want his gems back.
What better reason to kill off all of the bosses in the game than a cameo from Spyro? Okay. More loading. These are the twins, by the way. Go. Okay. Can you ready the timer? Okay. What? What? The time. Okay. I'm really pleased with the sub 110.
Yeah,
that's good.
Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Okay, last chance to get your donations in for the bidding war between Super Mario Kart and Penumbra. Just a quick update, Penumbra is still winning. It's $49 to $32. So if you do want to see Mario Kart being played, or if you want to secure Penumbra's victory, you need to get your donations in now so that we reach them in time. Thanks.
I love roast chicken. Well, this is one heck of an ending.
No.
You know, Crash, for all these years I've been wrong about you. Your creation was a mistake, and your existence has been a constant reminder of that mistake. But I've learned something from all of this. I've learned that you can't run away from your mistakes, but you can bury them! I never want to see your ridiculous face again!
Okay, got one last second donation in from Mike Kuyama. Says, hey guys, just wanted to throw in a donation because you guys are raising money for a great cause. Also put this money in for Super Mario Kart because I grew up with that game and haven't played Penumbra. So thanks very much for your donation. It's now brought the total 49-42 to Penumbra. So Penumbra's still winning, but only by a little bit. Still could go either way.
Crash Twinsanity.